Title: Attention. Written by astertataricvs. Again, I'm sorry for mispronouncing the name. The next day, Inosuke was really balked at how everyone would interrupt him in a perfect time where he could show off to you. He was beyond indignant, knowing that his attempts utterly failed. He can't restrain the burgeoning frustration he kept for days of attempting to get your attention. He's really in a bad mood right now, so don't ever come to him or else you'll definitely be dead meat. Inosuke kicked the pebble vehemently that was on his path as he walked without any care in the world. He doesn't freaking care if someone would receive a blow on their face because of a pebble he just booted. He was undeniably agitated to even give a fuck to everyone or everything. Damn everyone for disrupting his plan. Ouch! Inosuke's ears perked up upon hearing the familiar sweet and soothing sound that he loves to hear. Lifting his head, his eyes shot open ever so wildly when his eyes settled on your figure who's rubbing your forehead. He can see a red mark creeping on it, and he was utterly aware that the cause of it was the pebble he just kicked not so long ago. Oh, YN! Inosuke hurriedly marched towards you as he looked at you with concern. Yeah, I'm fine. It just stinks. You assured, talking about not giving a fuck for everyone. You need to tend that scratch right now. You should go to Shinobu. He instructed you, but you only shook your head in response. Nah, it's okay. I'll treat this later when I'm done doing my errands. The green-eyed boy shakes his head in disapprobation. You should take care of yourself, dumbass. You're always worrying about others, but not yourself. You piss me off. He scowled, and before he can grab your wrist and drag you to the butterfly estate, a sudden loud cry of Zenitsu had caught your attention. YN, help me! Tanjiro keeps on pestering me to train with him, and Uzui-san, when I wholeheartedly turned him down because I don't want to, he cried while gripping your shoulder. Eh? But you should, though. Isn't that a privilege? You arch your eyebrows, and Zenitsu gave you an aghast look. Huh? No, it's not. I'm going to die. You heard me? I'm going to die. Shut up, Hinata head. You seriously piss me off. Inosuke interjected as he pulled you to him and released you from Zenitsu's grasp. I'm not even talking to you, eyelashes. Huh? Who are you calling eyelashes, you shit coward? Pighead? Broomhead? Guys, will you please stop? He suddenly shouted, which causes the two to stop from their petty argument and looked at you with astonishment. Seriously, guys, you're always fighting. Can you please keep it down? You are gaining the attention of all the bypassers. See? The two boys looked around to see everyone was staring at them with entertainment or just solely watching them. Zenitsu and Inosuke still glances with each other and immediately turned away with a huff. You sighed at your two friends and just glanced at Inosuke. Inosuke, I'll just accompany Zenitsu to go to Uzui-san's training area first. Let's talk later, okay? And I'll treat this scratch, just like you had told me. You beamed and thus faced your back at the boar-masked boy before nodding at Zenitsu to leave. Inosuke merely watched you deliberately walking away as you talked to Zenitsu with a smile on your pretty visage. He suddenly feels his heart throb when he said to you that coward being happy and you just fancied to go with him rather than him. He clenched his fist and hung his head while chewing his lower lip. He can't contain the frustration filling his whole existence anymore. He can feel the rage surging through every little fiber of his body because this time, he wasn't venturing his plan and just wanted to talk to you, but why does he need to be interposed again and to be specific by the blonde, cowardly boy? God damn, give me your attention too, YN! Inosuke went berserk. He can't restrain himself anymore and he wouldn't regret what he just spouted because it's the truth. You, on the other hand, was dumbfounded and stared at the boy who was still standing on his side where he was earlier. Your mouth gaped and stared at the pretty boy with altitudinous astonishment. Did you hear him right? Did he just bluntly tell you to give him your attention? Even Zenitsu was incredibly shocked because of what Inosuke had roared. It's crystal clear to him, especially that he has a keen sense of hearing. He didn't know that Inosuke has this kind of character as well. He thought that he's a stupid dumbass who was obsessed with fighting in a muscle brain, so of course it'll shock him to the core. He was utterly in disbelief. You two were caught off guard. Inosuke? The said man briskly ran away before you can say something to him. Zenitsu, can you please buy the stuff written on the list? I just need to chase Inosuke. You quickly gave him the list and the money, then afterwards you started to run away to look for the boar head boy. Inosuke's legs brought him to the pond where he was supposed to show you until Tanjiro's sister intervened. He only plopped himself down and sat on the grass while staring at the crystal clear pond. He sized an impediment and still can comprehend that you went amok and screamed that you should also look at him. He forgot that there are still people passing by and the shitty blonde as well. He was abashed, spit it out of the blue, but he didn't regret saying those words. He just needs to let the frustration out that kept lingering inside him. Inosuke? The fertile boy jolted and frantically looked at you, who's smiling at him. Inosuke was astounded to see you here, and he didn't even notice your presence just now. What are you doing here? He exclaimed, causing him to stand up from his sitting position. I just have this feeling that I should chase you, you answered. A gust of nature's wind blows your body as you shift your head to side the pond. An awkward silence inundates between you two while the pretty boy nearly gawked at your beauty once again. Your hair was dancing through the wind as a content smile plastered on your pretty visage. He can perfectly see your well-defined nose, a lined jawline, and how your hair sway in sync with your hair. Once again, Inosuke was bewitched by you. He absolutely won't get tired staring at your face. What do you mean about earlier, Inosuke? Now your gaze was diverted to him. His body involuntarily flinched and stared at your irises. Your smile just now was now gone, and you were looking at him with sobriety. Inosuke feels a lump stuck inside his throat, and he couldn't utter a single word. His mind was becoming hazy, and he just wanted to run away right now, but Inosuke-sama isn't the type to run away. Now that reminds me, the other night when Nezuko suddenly lunged at me, are you there at that time? You asked with curiosity. The green-eyed boy took a glimpse at you, then nodded. Well, why do you need me at that time? Were you going to say something to me? Is this the perfect time to confess to you today? No one's here to interrupt you two, but Inosuke's nervousness was preventing him to say those 3 freaking words. His face was starting to burn, and his head was becoming fuzzy. If you don't tell her you love her, Zenitsu might take her away from you. Inosuke's eyes widened upon recalling the words when Shinobu answered his feelings he has for you. Snapping his head to gaze at you, the boar head gradually stepped closer and closed the gap that you two have. Arching your eyebrows, you only watched Inosuke coming closer to you, and once he was already in front of you, he grabbed your shoulders and stared into your eyes. I love you, YN. I hate it when your attention was grabbed by someone. You know, it frustrates me whenever your attention is with others instead of me. I will not let anyone take you away from me, especially the dumbass coward. He scowled. His sudden confession made you shocked, surprised, and stunned. You don't know what to say to him, and your brain is not operating anymore. Be my mate, YN, he said with a devotion laced in his voice as he stared deeply in your eyes. You sucked a breath, thus bit your lower lip. You were still assimilating his words because it feels so surreal to you specifically that you fell for his bestial boy. Inosuke was really full of wonderments and never ceased to amaze you. You know that I love you too, right? You elicit a soft chuckle which causes Inosuke to release his grab on you and give you a dumbfounded expression. Really? He said in incredulity. Yeah, really. Inosuke blinked a few times and processed your words into his brain. After minutes that feels like an eternity, the brawny boy took you by surprise by grabbing your waist and spinning around with so much happiness. You really love me? He asked once again. This time, his eyes were sparkling with excitement. Yes, I do love you. You flushed him a bright smile. Then Inosuke swiftly hugged you and cupped your face. I love you too, YN. You're now my mate. He declares, then boisterously laughed. You only giggled at his dorkiness and kissed his cheek. Yeah, I am now your mate. The second-hand embarrassment, oh my gosh. Your attention is mine now. Got that? You only sighed and nodded. Of course. Then brisk Inosuke gives you a peck on the forehead and bestow you a toothy grin. I now defeated Monjuro. You didn't understand what he just declared, but you just shrugged him off and let him feel giddy for now. Seeing a happy Inosuke makes you feel happy also. That's how contagious he is to you.